This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections. Welcome to Race in Action Today. We're here today to bring you the action from Lime Rock Park, the road racing center of the East. And the event today, the Ferrari Challenge, will bring the Ferrari race cars to this famous Lime Rock track to see what they could do. Also, the enthusiasts and Ferrari owners will have a chance to bring their cars and show their wares, as there's some real interesting cars here at this event. I think you better relax and sit back. We're about to see what the Ferrari day here is all about and the people who make it happen. Yes, we have Alf Arnolson with this gorgeous yellow Ferrari 360, and I bet you know a little bit about this car, Alf. Well, tell me, what is it?
This is a Ferrari 360 Spider, which I had for 6 years, and it's a beautiful car. I take it to the track quite often, and it handles very well. It's probably one of the few when it's yellow, which attract particular women. And
well, that's a good thing.
Yeah, and we call the car the Yellow Banana, and it's a fantastic car. I had many cars in my life, but this one I really love.
So you take it to track days?
Yes, we do. I go here to Lime Rock, or I also go to Monticello.
Oh yeah, that's a beautiful track, brand new too.
Yeah, it is a fantastic track, but this one is really nice.
Now, where do you call home, Alf?
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Greenwich, oh yeah, Connecticut guy, that's good. And boy, I'll tell you, we see so many different colors on Ferraris now that I don't know if red is the predominant color anymore.
Well, it always was red, so when I got my car, I was probably one of the few who had a yellow, but now there are many different colors. Red is still the #1 for Ferrari.
You prefer the Spider type?
I like convertible, so I love the Spider.
Yeah, if you're going to enjoy it, you might as well have it all the way, right?
Absolutely.
All right, Alf, I want to thank you for your interview, and I'm sure you're going to have some fun here today, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Alf.
Thank you.
You were great. We have Matt Kingsley with us with this gorgeous 308 Ferrari in 1979, I believe. And I bet you know a little bit about this Ferrari, Matt.
Yes, I do. Spent about 10 years actually with this car.
Now tell me, what kind of, what size motor is it?
Well, this car has a 3-liter V8. It's transversely mounted, mid-engine. It's not actually in the back. It would appear as though it's in the back, but it's tucked right behind the driver and the passenger.
So it's a 3-liter, and also the last year of the carbureted engines?
Yep, last year of them. There's 4 twin-barreled downdraft carburetors in this thing.
Do you work on the car yourself at all?
Yeah, all except for the carbs. They're kind of tricky.
Yeah, that's Now tell me, where do you call home, Matt?
Well, Albany, New York.
Oh, you're not far away.
About 2 hours away.
Do you go to many of the Ferrari events?
I try to get to all of them. A lot of great people.
Yeah, we really have fun coming to these events, and when they have track days too is a lot of fun, you know, for the average person to go out there.
Yeah, it certainly is. I've been out a bunch of times, and not with this. Someday we'll try this one out, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, so is this the only Ferrari you own?
No, I have another one. I have a 97 Spider, 355 Spider, and a little easier to drive. These things are somewhat antiquated, but that one's a little bit more.
Well, this is the Magnum car, right?
And that's the big joke. Yeah.
Well, I'm only kidding. They're always pretty cars, Ferraris, and they always get our attention. I really want to thank you for having a word with us, and I know you're definitely going to have some fun here today.
Absolutely. Been a pleasure talking with you.
Pleasure talking to you. Take care. Yes, we have Frank Siaka with us with this beautiful red Ferrari. I'm not really sure what it is, but it's sure pretty. What is this car, Frank?
This is a 2004 Ferrari Challenge Rally. It's a V8, 425 horsepower, almost race version of the 360 Modena. It's more rare than not, I would say. I think there's only something like 35 in the United States with a factory stripe on it, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't see many like this. And what do you go? Do you go to a lot of Ferrari events?
Not really. I'm just more into cars in general. My dad likes to come here to Lime Rock for the Ferrari Day, so it's fun to come here and check out all the other cars. A lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, where do you call home?
Allendale, New Jersey.
Okay, yeah, well, that's not too far away.
About 2 hours. We got up here quick today, hour and a half today, so it wasn't bad.
You ever get a chance to work on this car?
I drove it twice, yeah. So it was cool. It was more than I could ask for, more than I can handle, yeah.
I'll tell you, the thing is absolutely spotless. So somebody's keeping this car clean.
Yeah, my dad is crazy about it, so it's cool. We're both crazy about it. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Now, what is the significance of the model, though? I mean, is it like a racing version or something?
Yeah, well, it's the highest version of the 360 line, except for a challenge car. So, like right on the track today, there's challenge cars, a 458 challenge, and that means it's not street legal. It's the race version. This is the street legal version of the race car.
Of the race?
Of the race car, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's louder. There's no mats in the car. It's really noisy inside. The radio doesn't really work right, but it sounds great.
I bet you the engine makes some nice music.
The engine's the band you want to listen to.
Well, we certainly hope you do well here today. I know you're going to have some fun, and I really want to thank you for talking with us.
Thank you.
And I have to commend you and your father. This car is gorgeous.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot,
Happy
Frank. Thanks a lot. You were great. Good.
He's good.
Yes, we have Robert Anzalotti.
Correct.
I got to get that right.
Yep.
With this gorgeous black 430. I'll tell you, this car is absolutely beautiful. What could you tell us about this car, Robert?
Well, I picked it up a few months ago. I've always been looking for a Ferrari, and I found this one. It has a lot of carbon fiber in it, a lot of options, and I'm learning to drive it now. Came here today to take some runs on the track and see other beautiful cars.
Now, where do you call home, Robert?
Pelham, New York.
New York, yeah. That's not really too far away, huh?
Couple hours, 2 hours away.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you'll probably make a trip out to Monticello, too, at some point.
I'd love to, absolutely.
Yeah, I heard it was a gorgeous place. Now, tell me, which motor does this have in this car?
This has a V8, 490 horsepower, mid-engine motor.
Mid-engine, yeah. Now, tell me, was this a particular model you were looking for?
Yeah, I was looking for a convertible, looking for black, on black, exactly what I was looking for.
You know, it's amazing to me how the different colors you see Ferraris today. I mean, they're all different colors.
Look around here, so many different, even a green one. You never see forest green in Ferrari.
No. And it's really good, though, to see that because, you know, the red has got a mystique about it. But
yeah, you always think red.
Us older guys, we like to get a little different color. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why I got a black one.
Well, Robert, we want to wish you luck. I guess you're going to do some parade laps today?
Yeah, we just finished some. The other cars are coming in, and I guess some after one of the races. Yeah.
Well, that's great. We're going to have to keep an eye out for you, and I could certainly tell you're going to have some fun here. Thanks for the interview.
Very nice to meet you.
Nice
Thank
meeting
you.
you, Robert. You were great.
To say Robert's car was a beautiful car is really an understatement. I mean, that black Ferrari certainly got my attention.
Yes, we have Norman Massery with this gorgeous red Ferrari convertible, and I got a feeling, Norman, you know a little bit about this car.
Well, I know a little bit about it. I know I like it. I know it goes fast. I know it looks well. And what else do you think?
Now tell me, what kind of motor does this car have?
This has an 8-cylinder motor and a 4.3 liter.
Where do you call home, Norm?
I'm from Albany, New York, and I frequently come here because it's such a beautiful track. And this is my second year doing this Ferrari Challenge race with Wide World.
Is this model a certain model you've always been kind of looking for?
Well, I have a certain number of models, and you know, every so many years they change the models. So, starting with the the 348 to the 360 to the 430, and now the 458. So they're all different models in sequence, and they're all just evolving to finer and finer Ferraris.
Now tell me, where'd you find this car?
I bought this car in Texas. Bought a few of them in Texas, and since I have some business down there, and but I'm from Albany.
Yeah, the car is really gorgeous. I'll tell you, it really caught our eye. Now, do you go out on the racetrack to kind of try the car out?
Well, I was out with the group just now. It's a fun experience. They let you go only about 45 miles an hour, but you still get to feel the curves and get a sense of what the race cars are doing out there at these higher speeds.
You ever have any ambition to bring this to a little different level out in the racetrack?
On my bucket list is probably going and getting certified to get on the track and start using some of these cars that I have.
Okay. Yeah, we love this place. I'll tell you, it's just a gorgeous place to come, and as you could tell when you were out there, it's fun out in that track.
Oh, it's fun, and as I said, to see the perspective from the track when you're usually sitting up on the hill, it's a real treat to be able to do it.
Well, we want to wish you luck today, and I know by that smile on your face, you're certainly going to have a good time. And thanks for the interview.
You're welcome, and thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Very good.
Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Yes, we have Bob Stepanian with us with this gorgeous 550 Ferrari. I'll tell you, Bob, this car is absolutely gorgeous, and I got a feeling you know a little bit about it.
Just a bit, yeah. Thank you. We run the Ferrari Owners Club in the Northeast region. We came up today with a handful of cars and a bunch of enthusiasts, and we're having a fun day. It's gorgeous out. The rain finally stopped in Connecticut.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the weather this year has been unbelievable. You don't know what to expect next.
Yeah, not at all. We try and get out early in the morning, have some nicer weather, and just came up today, like I said, with a bunch of people, and Wide World Ferrari Maserati is one of our corporate sponsors for the club, and we came up with a group, watched the race. We're having a good time.
Now tell me, what engine does this car have?
This is a 12-cylinder, so we've got a heavy front end. We're not as nimble as the 360s and the 430s, but we can go straight out pretty fast.
Where do you call home?
Greenwich, Connecticut.
Yeah, we like to go to the Greenwich Concours d'Elegance, the car show, and usually see a pretty good array of Ferraris and Lamborghinis.
We do have a good showing down there. We also work with Miller Motor Cars, obviously home in Greenwich, and they do a great job at the concourse.
Now, have you had this car on any other racetrack?
Monticello, for a quick couple of laps or so. Very different track, but beautiful track as well. I've been up here a few times, not with this car, but with another, and we love Lime Rock.
We do too. I'll tell you, I'm addicted to this place.
It's so nice to have in our backyard. It's not that far away. It's a quick jump up here, hour and 15, hour and a half, and we're on track.
And let me tell you, the nimble cars do well here.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a lot of fun up here coming back down this straight, but once you get into these turns, we got to go a little bit slower with this guy.
Now tell me, what other events does your organization gets involved with?
We put on probably between 9 and 11 events every calendar year. We do anything from rallies and go-karting to private collections and garage tours, and in September of every year we do a mini concours, and we do something up at Greenwich Polo, which is nice horses and horsepower. It's a nice combination.
I like that touch.
So yeah, if anybody wants to check out our website, am I allowed to give a plug?
Absolutely.
It's Fockner.com, which stands for Ferrari Owners Club Northeast Region. So it's FOCNER.com. Please check out our site, and if you want to get involved, just drop us an email.
Absolutely. We're gonna have to come to more of your events.
You guys are welcome to come at any time. Just let us know.
And I could tell by the smile on your face today you're certainly going to have a good time here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Thanks a lot.
Thanks a lot, Bob. You were great.
Thank you.
Yes, we have Matthew Van Dusen with this gorgeous red Ferrari, and I bet, Matthew, you know a little bit about this car.
Yes, it's a 2005 F430 Spider, F1 transmission, and it's Rosso Corsa red with a beige interior with Daytona seats. And we recently bought it about 2 months ago.
Now tell me, where do you call home?
Stamford, Connecticut.
So were you looking for this particular model?
Oh yes, we were either looking for a red 360 or a 430, and we looked for about 2 years to find the proper car.
Now, have you been out in the racetrack with this?
No, we haven't. Actually, the parade lap starts in a few minutes.
So you're going to get out there and see what it's like to drive a Ferrari on a racetrack.
I know, we can't wait. It's going to be great.
Yeah. Now, this car, it's a Spider, right?
That's correct.
And do they make many of these cars?
Probably about half of them or more are Spiders, because it means convertible. So they're kind of popular because people don't drive the car that often, so you don't necessarily need a top unless you're going to race it, which I don't do. I just mostly drive it around on the Merritt Parkway and to different events.
You work on it yourself?
No.
No? You need small hands.
Yeah, and you need the computer system to work on it.
Yeah, they're a very temperamental car. Well, I'll tell you, the car is gorgeous, and I have to commend you to keep it beautiful. And I'm sure by that smile on your face, you're going to have some fun here today.
Oh, yeah, we will. I can't wait.
Thanks a lot for your interview.
Thank you.
We have Paul McCullum with us with this beautiful 512M red Ferrari. And I'll tell you, the body style of this car is one of my favorite cars.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Some people love it, some don't, but it probably has the widest butt in history. So,
now tell me, which motor is in this car?
this is the flat 12, the boxer engine, so it's diametrically opposed on it, and so it's the same engine they've had from the 512 BBs right up through the Testarossas. This one is particularly modified. It was the last year, '95. It was a one-off production year, so a lot of cosmetic changes on the car. They went to a lot of aluminum, titanium parts and increased the horsepower about 35-40 horsepower over the Testarossas and the 512 TRs.
So standing on the gas could get exciting.
Standing on the gas gets really exciting. This car likes to run, so she hangs right in there with the 355s and to some degree with the 360s. So,
where do you call home, Paul?
Glastonbury, Connecticut.
Oh, Connecticut guy, good. Now, you're going to take this out in the racetrack?
Yeah, we're just going to do a few easy laps. I'm going to take my wife for a ride out here on the track at lunchtime, so we'll do 6 or 8 laps out there and have some fun.
Do you do other Ferrari events?
I go to most of the Ferrari events in the Connecticut, New Jersey, New York area, so I try to get around to as many as I can. Schedules never allow you to get to everything.
Now tell me, I don't see many of these cars. Are they kind of rare?
They are, for a newer car, and newer for me is 95 is a new car, they're very rare. They only produce 500 total. Only 75 of them came to the United States. And so we think there's somewhere in the neighborhood of 65 to 70 still in the States at this point. A few have been totaled out. So.
That's probably why I don't see many of them. I mean, that's not a big number.
The majority are in California, Arizona, and Florida. I think this is one of only 2 or 3 on the Upper East Coast.
Wow. Well, I have to commend you. The car is absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to have to come and visit you up there. You got a nice Model A, too.
That's my favorite. People laugh and say, why do you like the Model A over that? But as you and I have spoken before, the Model A is my grandfather's car, and he bought it new. And so I drove it that as a teenager. It's my sentimental favorite. But I have fun with this car also. And
yeah, I'm going to have to catch this disease. I'll tell you, you guys are having far too much fun.
Well, you know, we work hard all our lives, as you do, and you get to a point you want to have some fun and enjoy life. So.
All right, well, we're going to let you go because I know you're getting out in the racetrack and going to try this car out. And I want to thank you for having the interview, and we'll be talking soon, I'm sure.
Okay, great. Well, thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Paul.
Nice seeing you again.
Yes, we have Paul and his wife getting ready to go out on the racetrack to do their parade laps. And boy, I'll tell you, that 512 Ferrari is certainly an interesting car, and you just don't see them. I mean, some of these cars that are at this event today are really rare, and I'm just so fascinated with all the Ferraris that come to this event, and certainly all the different models, and the people are really interesting to me. Talk about a rare sight, a green Ferrari. Let me tell you, that is a very rare sight, and boy, in my travels, I haven't seen many of them, but it's sure a pretty car. Yes, we wanted to give you a chance, too, to look at some of the race cars that were out on the racetrack in this Ferrari Challenge event. And it's really exciting to watch the Ferrari racing against each other. They're all pretty much the same model car. I believe the 458. They really take to this Lime Rock track real good too. Lime Rock likes nimble cars, and believe me, the Ferrari certainly fit that category. Yes, I'm sure it's an interesting thing to be out on this racetrack with a Ferrari running around, and the enthusiasts who went out on the racetrack to do their parade laps really have a great time. But believe me, nowhere near like what it must be to sit in that race car and run around this absolutely gorgeous Lime Rock track. These guys really have a great time, and I tell you, we just love coming up here to watch them. Yes, the Lime Rock faithful, we're out in full force. We really got a good show today, watching these Ferraris run around this racetrack. It's really something special. Get up on that hill and see what's going on, and boy, let me tell you, there was some absolutely gorgeous cars. There's a light green four-seater. I mean, no matter where you looked at this event, there was something special, and this car was just one of the absolutely wonderful cars that were at the event. I mean, it's really a pretty color and rare. I mean, how many times do you see a Ferrari like that? And yeah, I took some shots of different engines. That's kind of my thing. I just love the Ferrari motors. They're just so unique. Whether they're carbureted, multi-carbureted, or fuel injected, or they're just something special to look at. And as you could see, there's a wide variety of different motors they put in these cars. And yeah, those mid-engine jobs, I don't know how you get to work on them. Boy, I'll tell you, you must have to have real small hands, because I don't see much room in there. And yeah, that V12 was an interesting car too. They're just absolutely gorgeous, the way they put these cars together. Someday I'd love to go to the Ferrari factory and see what goes on. And yeah, this old Daytona coupe with those Weber carburetors and that V12, something real special.
Yes, we come to the conclusion of our show today, and I hope everybody has enjoyed it as much as we have producing it. It's been a lot of fun talking to the Ferrari enthusiasts and car owners, and believe me, the challenge cars too also put on a great show, and it's just an absolute joy to come here to Lime Rock to see everything happen. Please tune in again next week on Racing Action Today. This program is brought to you in part by SalCal Real Estate Connections. Thanks to the Racing Action Today crew, Dwayne Cody, Bill Majak, David Seidlinger, and Lisa Backus. And also we want to thank our home station, Nutmeg TV, for all their support and all the great things they do. We want to thank R&M Recyclers Incorporated in New Britain, Connecticut for all their support. And also we want to thank PBF, Pryor Brothers Fabricating in Berlin, Connecticut for all their support and all the great things they do. And last of all, we want to thank Just Results Weight Loss Center at their brand new facility in Plainville, Connecticut for all the great things they do.